Last recorded elk in Virginia is believed to have been killed by a hunter in 1855. A native elk herd has successfully now been reintroduced into Southwest Virginia.
Yeah, News Channel 11's Clarice Shaley traveled to Breaks Interstate Park in Dickinson County to find out how the park officials plan to keep the momentum going.
A group of 75 elk from Kentucky were introduced into Virginia starting in 2012. As of 2020, that group has grown to a herd of 250. Recently, these elk have been spotted making their way into Breaks Interstate Park, and that has park officials excited.
And you know, they're just such majestic animals.
There have been a few failed attempts at reestablishing native elk in Virginia, but the last attempt in 2014 was successful. The herd is growing and elk are making their way into Breaks Interstate Park, which is close to the introduction site.
So to see them finally come into the park, cross park boundaries, and take advantage of some of the habitat work that we've done in the park is just, we're blown away with excitement.
Breaks Interstate Park Superintendent Austin Bradley says they have been working with the Department of Wildlife Resources through this process. Bradley says this reintroduction has been successful because they cleared out invasive plant species and replaced it with what elk prefer.
So you have kind of two different things going on. You have the reestablishment of native vegetation that in turn feeds this species of native animal, the North American elk.
At this point, they feel like the reintroduction will continue to be successful.
I think the Department of Wildlife Resources in Virginia and also in all the eastern states that are attempting to restore elk within their states have learned from kind of the early 1960s, 1970s failures that occurred.
Right now, Breaks Interstate Park hosts guided tours at the reintroduction site, but with elk making their way into the park, the hope is to have trails in the park where people could see them while they hike. I will reveal those plans tonight at 11.
Thank you, Clarice. The WJHL.com team traveled with Clarice to Breaks Interstate Park, and you can see dozens of images they captured of the elk right now on WJHL.com.